Welcome to the Underdogs podcast. Strap yourselves in for 1 hour of unrivaled audio entertainment. Featuring
Little Z. Is he going to come through the door? No, he's outside. He's got a big surprise, apparently. We don't know what it is.
Poppet One.
I'm just looking at the... Okay, yeah. We're here at the pod.
Director Cogger.
My name's Jackson, and I love drinking water.
You can say that now.
And special guest.
What? This is not a surprise. This is just strange. What?
Zack has just walked in on all fours. He is wearing a self-made donkey costume from Shrek with buck teeth and everything and a weird kind of mask.
I like this podcast. This is a nice podcast. Okay, I got to take the buck teeth out because I don't want to sound like this. It is an audio
But his
form.
buck teeth are
What is
amazing.
this?
It's my donkey costume for Halloween.
Holy moly,
Yeah.
Donkey Z.
What's
So yeah, I was just trying to pick up the microphone. I'm wearing hooves.
You got to change it to that quick.
Yeah.
Zach was like, before the podcast, he's like, I'm just going to go outside and, yeah, tell me when it starts.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was happening.
So Donkey Z's in.
So,
Yeah, how was your Halloween, fellas?
So I can cross out surprise?
Yes. So, even though we did the Halloween podcast last week, which you guys would have listened to on Halloween, for us today is the 31st of October. So I thought I might as well whip out the...
is that Halloween? Is that
yeah.
today?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's spooky.
Oh.
So I thought I might as well whip out the costume for round 2.
Yeah,
Holy
what are
moly.
you dressed as?
What am I dressed as?
Jordan Fridley.
Some buff fucking jacked
Legend.
jiu-jitsu guy.
2 adjectives to say you're muscly. Damn.
Yeah,
He must be muscly.
Buffed, jacked,
Buffed, jacked.
ripped, fucking shredded Ridley.
What are you, Jackson? Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jackson's always dressed as Jeffrey Dahmer. It's a good costume all
That is
year round.
spooky. This is probably the best day to wear this costume,
Bad
Jackson.
time to take a drink of water, Jackson. You're getting fucking ripped into. Not as ripped as Jordan, though.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, non-stop
Listen to
on
Donkey
this pod.
go. Donkey's being a big donkey right now.
Got to talk a lot. Got to be hilarious.
Is he hilarious? I haven't actually watched Shrek in so
It's very
long.
funny.
Is it?
Not on purpose. He's not cracking whips. He's just like funny character.
Sometimes he's cracking whips.
Is he?
Wait,
Yeah,
how do you
yeah,
be
yeah,
funny
yeah.
without being funny?
You know, like...
You seem to manage all the time.
Yeah.
It's like people laughing at you.
Yeah, right.
You know, like Sid from Ice Age. He's not doing...
I can't remember him very well either. I can't remember him
whatever.
very well.
All right, let's talk about what we've got planned for this week.
Okay.
Whoa. When are we going to talk about how our Halloweens went?
I feel like every time you talk, you're talking like Donkey.
I'm
whoa,
not.
Whoa, whoa.
This is is it Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he does the like when every now and then if there's a sun, so I'll just go like
Yeah, that's good.
I remember that actually.
for 5 minutes. That's Shrek. Anyway.
What?
You know, like, can you be quiet for 5
Oh,
minutes?
yeah,
I can't. I'm Donkey. I can't be quiet.
Can you be quiet for 1 minute while I tell us what we're doing this week?
We'll see.
Okay, we're going to have a Halloween segment straight after this little
All right.
readout. Then we've got,
What's
in no
that?
particular order, Peter out, question of the week, Cool Cat Bad Dog makes a return,
Ooh.
Smash tournament discussion,
Uh-oh.
and the Shregment. Oh, wait, is this the Shregment part 2?
Oh, maybe, yeah. Shrekman.
Shrek.
I was going to say, can we make it Cool Cat, Bad Donkey?
Sure.
Cool Puss, like Puss in Boots. Cool Puss, Bad Donkey.
I love Cool Puss.
Shrek.
Cool Puss,
Special
Bad
Shrek
Donkey.
episode of the podcast.
Okay, so
Halloween.
Halloween, or is this a Shrek episode?
Let's go into Shrek first, because I got a bone to pick. Tell you what, you wouldn't catch Ryan Trahan dressed up as Donkey on his podcast. One, because I don't think he's got a podcast. But he went to the Shrek house.
Who's Ryan
Oh,
Trahan?
he got it.
He's
the guy who
didn't
got it.
get it. I think Airac. I don't know if he got the special
Wait, Jackson
Airbnb
doesn't know who
stay.
this guy. Ryan Trahan. You've probably seen his face. He does a lot of like the I lived off a penny and then made it to Mr.
Yeah.
Probably
You know what? we should just give up on explaining YouTubers to Jackson.
Jackson,
you
that's
know,
a
like
good
the
point.
audience will probably know.
He's a
him.
great. You're probably actually. If I feel like you'd probably. If you're gonna like any YouTuber, it might be this guy, Jackson.
Yeah, you might like him.
Ryan Trahan?
Yeah.
Trahan.
Trahan.
Yeah, he didn't even get my last name right. He's trying to copy my
Mr.
whole
Beast mention.
liking Shrek.
He looks like a mix between.
That is a photoshopped image.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's an image of Ryan Trahan with like 3 tattoos all
Okay,
over
now he
his
looks
face,
different.
like Post Malone.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
right.
So, okay. Well, for those who don't know him, don't worry about it.
No,
So-
he makes fucking amazing videos.
He
One of
does
my
make
favorite
good
YouTubers.
videos.
Right, so he got to go to the Shrek castle.
Yeah.
Shrek house.
As part of one of
Man,
his
stole your
videos,
name,
he went
stole
with
everything.
Airac. I watched that yesterday, the video. And Airac, another big YouTuber, became popular from like
Zack's
winning a
pissed.
Mr. Beast video or something like that. Yeah, and then I saw they went. I don't know if it was for the one night stay that Airbnb was like offering, but like, man, the clout gets you things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I got nothing, guys.
You're a donkey
I
costume.
put in a request. I said I dressed up. I was telling you guys, I wrote in the little like notes, like
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
didn't get. I wish we could read that. But
additional info. I basically just said how I dressed up as Shrek for Halloween 4 years in a row. This year
You
was
didn't
the fourth.
mention YouTube at all?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, that probably should have been the lead.
I mentioned
the lead
everything.
thing.
I said I would suck Shrek's dick if he was there, but they didn't listen to any of it. Apparently,
wouldn't have put that in.
the guy probably dresses as Shrek all the time. He's like, perfect. Come on in.
nah. So yeah,
don't know how
they went
Shrek
and stayed in the
sounds.
Shrek house. Looked pretty sick.
Yeah.
There was, probably really
there was
sick,
no
didn't it?
cosplaying as the characters though.
Oh, man.
There was not many quotes from the movie,
Zack is
recreations of
strops.
any scenes.
What do
I
they
am
do?
strops.
What do they do?
Nothing
Nothing that you would have done.
They ate waffles, which as donkey I can approve that at least.
Is that a Shrek thing, eating waffles?
In the morning, I'm making waffles.
Is that Donkey?
Oh fuck you,
Is that Donkey or Shrek?
Jackson! You could have backed me up there. You
know,
knew that.
You doing Shrek quotes is like you explaining YouTubers.
I've seen Shrek. It's
I
just
need
been a long
Peter!
time.
I need Peter.
When did Shrek come out? Should we mention why Peter's not here? He's playing Frisbee. There you go.
Yeah, he's in the Blue Mountains
yeah.
as we squeak.
Blue Mountains.
Yeah.
I thought he went to Sydney.
The Blue Mountains are near Sydney. This guy's got to be. Stop asking, Jordan.
Would you watch all the Shrek movies and report back one by one? That could be the Shrekment could take over as your thing.
Yeah, right.
You
I mean,
give
I've
us a-
seen Shrek. It'll probably be reliving memories.
Yeah.
Watch the Truman Show, though.
You
That's
should-
a good one.
Good one.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
one.
Great.
I'll rewatch the Truman Show because I've been wanting to, and you rewatch Shrek.
And what should I rewatch?
Grave of the Fireflies.
I haven't seen that.
Shit.
Rewatch it for the
I
first
watched
time.
that. I watched that as well. 2 movies. Someone's
Two
fire.
movies, one
I
week.
know, right?
Tell you what,
Holy moly.
I have a little thing about movies that I've got on the mind because I went and saw Killers of the Flower Moon last night.
Too
What is
long.
that?
Have you seen it?
Nah.
What is that?
Too long. Yeah, it is a movie by Martin Scorsese. He's a
It's
very good
another-
director.
DiCaprio movie.
Had very good reviews. Leonardo DiCaprio, main actor. It's like, wow, all things lining up for this to be
Bit of an Oppenheimer.
a good movie. 3 hours, 26 minutes long.
How long was Oppenheimer? That was a long one.
3 hours.
That was a long one as well.
Too long.
Lord of the Rings, even the extended cuts, I think, are only about maybe 3.5.
3 hours, 20 minutes.
I almost make a stand against anything over 2 hours in the cinemas. I
Well,
won't-
that was
or
the
in
thing,
movies. I won't
'cause-
go see it.
Yeah, watching the Truman Show, it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
it
it's
flew
great.
by.
Yeah. You could watch 2 Truman shows before you even had the conclusion to this Killers of the Flower Moon.
Did you watch it in the cinemas then? You said
Yeah,
that,
I did.
And you just sitting there like, ugh.
Needing to
Look,
pee.
it was a good movie. It in no world needed to be 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
They could have trimmed it down.
That was my thing with Oppenheimer as well. It was like, it was good, but
Where's the TikTok version?
yeah.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a nuclear bomb. Whoa, let's see plutonium.
Yeah, TikTok's going to be
And
pretty
that's
long
why today I made a nuclear bomb. Or it's like he gets, they have all the court scenes. It's like, well, I guess I shouldn't have making a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
The fucking loop.
now. So you wouldn't recommend this movie then, would you?
Look, it was a good movie if you feel like spending 3.5 hours. By the end of it, I was like falling asleep a little bit.
Oh,
I was
man.
getting
You
a
waited
little
for
bit
the late
bored.
night showing?
Yeah, it's just like it made the movie worse for me. The fact that it was
My friend
long.
works at a cinema and he reckons like that movie just like everyone feels like a zombie coming out
People
of it
were
at the
just
end.
coming out
at
like
the
they've
late
been
night
sacked.
screenings. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
You see a cinema-
Girls go in, and by the end of the movie, they're too old for Leonardo DiCaprio.
Nice.
Wasn't that a joke that came out about one of his other movies? Or they just
Nah,
use
I
that every time he's in a long movie?
I
Is it
thought-
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood really
maybe.
long too?
Maybe. I hadn't heard that
Haven't
joke
seen
before,
it.
but I was
Oh.
drafting a tweet in my head, and I tried it out just now on the
Oh,
pod.
you actually read that somewhere else.
No, I thought about it in the car. Maybe I had it in the bag. from
Who
somewhere
knows?
else.
I'll cut that out of me questioning you and just
Yeah.
let's just add in a laugh now. Ready, John? That's good. Okay. Lub. L-U-B. Lub? Lube. Let's go lub.
Huh?
So for those of you guys that haven't listened to Cool Puss Bad Donkey before, it's basically
Which is everyone because we just renamed it.
Yeah. It's basically sort of stories similar to like Am I the Arsehole stories, and we're going to decide if you are the arsehole, aka the bad donkey, or if you're cool, aka
A
the
cool puss.
Yep.
Whoa.
AK Puss in Boots, that's a reference to, not
Yep.
what you might have been thinking of. Lub writes, this is a story from years ago, pre-COVID. I, 20 male at the time, which is good, it's very Reddit, attended college/university in my own city and would take the bus to and from classes every day. Within my program, there was a bunch of us that shared all our classes and we all became friends, eating lunch and hanging out on breaks, etc. Before eating lunch, I would always get up and wash my hands. One of the guys in the group, also 20 male, would always bug me for getting up and going to wash my hands. I said to him and the group that since I took the bus and there were generally people everywhere, I would wash my hands because that's the normal thing to do before eating. He thought that it was strange. He thought that was weird. All right. Okay. A week or two later, the friend who bugged me about washing my hands was gone from classes for a week, presumably sick.
I love the presumably sick.
When he got back, he said he got pretty badly sick. Bronchitis or strep throat, something along those lines, and was at home sick. Me being the guy to never pass up an easy zinger, I told him that he should have washed his hands. I thought it was pretty funny, but he nor anyone else seemed to think it was. Am I BD or a CC?
Oh man, I mean,
I
me
think-
laughing right now. I'm saying it's a good boy.
Nah, I think you're kind of an asshole for that one.
I think so, but I think it's fine. I think it's like an arsehole play.
No offense, your zinger is not very good.
Well, that's what everyone in the room thought, didn't they? Not impressed.
Yeah, and
I think
thing
because
is,
we
like-
got more context, and so it's like the immediate after. Like he's been talking about the washing hands, then he gets sick. Did you wash your hands? But in real life,
A week's gone by.
a week's gone by, and no one's remembered this. He's just heard his friend didn't wash his hand once, and then he's gone.
But the other thing is, like, your friends come back after like a week off being sick. They're probably like, you know, just recovered from being sick, and you're just like, zinger! Like, it's their first day back, and you're just like, should have washed your hands. I think it's like,
yeah.
I'm on board.
I think if it was immediately after, then you can zing them. But it's just like they were just sick. They probably feel like shit, and you're just kind of rubbing salt into the wound to get your quick little like it's sort of like an I told you so, I guess.
Yeah, big I told you so, which I'm all about an I told you so.
But it's a bit of a learning moment because maybe he should have washed his hands. So maybe he's just helping him out.
No, like I agree that the guy washing his hands is probably, you know, doing the better, cleaner thing. But that being said, I've had a housemate before. You guys have seen him in videos. Simon, he got sick all the time, and he had a notoriously clean mother.
I was just thinking.
So sometimes getting a bit
gotta do
dirtier
a
is
bit-
good.
Maybe
Notoriously clean mother.
there
She was notorious
She
for
is notorious for how clean.
On the streets.
There she is.
The
washing
clean
her
mother.
hands.
You hear
Wearing
people
her
growing up
gloves.
in really, really like clean houses. They get sick more. Sometimes you got to eat a bit of dirt, lick a few germs, and then you get a better immune system.
You got to get all the germs in you, right? Otherwise, you know,
Maybe not all of them.
Just
I'll
some.
skip
you got to get a
chlamydia.
fair bit though.
You want some of them.
Yeah.
'Cause otherwise, like, I don't know, aliens could come, we'll die.
So how clean? If notoriously clean is 100%, what percentage? And 0% is you never clean yourself ever. What
Yeah,
percentage
this
is
is
good?
good.
85.
It's a pretty good amount. I
Yeah,
reckon.
right.
Yeah,
All right.
you're
done.
welcome.
All right,
They're
should
like-
we do more cool?
Yeah,
pussy
let's get
bad
back to
donkey?
it. Let's get back into
Someone
it.
also, a good runner-up name in our Patreon chat, they said we should call it Am I the Arse? Like donkey.
Oh, all right. Am I the arse?
Am I the arse?
Am I the arse for telling my friend he's not marrying his partner? I haven't read this one yet, so let's see what happens.
Oh God, that doesn't sound good.
Signs point to yes.
Yeah.
I'm 20 male and have a friend who's 21 male, who I'll call Leon. All right, got that?
Leon.
Who always ends up falling out of a relationship and ends up rebounding by the next week or two. And every single time she lives in another state. Every single time he always says, I think this is the one. And every time I've been supportive against my better judgment. As of recently, he's done it yet again. He got into a relationship with a girl from another state, and maybe a week into it, he says, this is the one. And 2 weeks in, he says, are you ready to be the best man? Wow.
Two
Wow,
weeks
this guy's
into
a
the
fiend.
relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It is important. Oh, this is good. It is important to mention that she loves saying slurs, which he doesn't support, but he was more or less blind to it.
Sorry.
Is that?
I think she might be the one.
She loves it.
Yeah. Not
No,
even
I
like,
ain't saying she's a gold digger.
but she loves saying slurs. All right.
He just walks in the room. You guys seen who was in Paris last week?
It was at this point where I realized that I had to say something. Leon, you're not marrying her. That's the quote he says.
Ooh.
He replies, yes, I am. Good. Yep, good reply. We get into this for a bit, and I say some things that I know he doesn't like, but I think he needs to hear, and we fall out for a bit. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
A week later, they break up, and for some reason, I'm still an asshole. Maybe it was for the things I said. Maybe he's angry at me for being right. Either way, I get it. But it's still frustrating.
Angry at me for being right.
Well,
this one kind of...
This is a Reddit story, isn't it? We're
could have
missing
written
all
it
the important
better.
information,
Yeah.
which is what did he say to the friend?
Well, it sounds like he was very direct. And
Even
very...
if you say, like, you are not marrying her,
Yeah,
I think
you
that is a
can't
bit...
say that.
That's a bit too finite for me. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's what I
especially
mean.
if it's
You
your
can't.
friend, like, surely you bring it up in, like, a nicer way and, like, make them see some of the problems. Like, you're never going to get anywhere by being like, you're not marrying her. It's
Yeah,
like,
you
you're
can't
not-
say a fake fact, you know? It's not a definite.
And also, like, you don't really control their actions. What
No.
you can do is
Yeah.
try to make them make a better decision if you feel that way.
Yeah, you can be like, does she need to say all the slurs? Is that really something she has to be passionate
Your
Yeah,
girlfriend
yeah.
called me a the other day. Bleep that, Jackson.
Yeah, well, not. Yeah, I think we're missing way too much information for one, which leans me more towards an arse.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing
I
now?
just don't think you can say like you are not marrying them. Like that's not
you
really
can't
your
say
place.
a definitive, yeah.
That sounds like an anime moment. You
And
know?
Oh, I hate anime now.
Wait, like since Jackson said that sentence? Or
No, because
That's
Holly and
something
I
else?
finished watching Death Note
Yeah, okay.
as my first anime, and oh man.
Oh, I can relate. I finished reading Death Note on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I remember. Man, anime. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm a bit over it too. I've done my time.
Anyways,
And I'm
The
over
live
this
action
person.
One Piece was pretty good though.
yeah, maybe I'm more of a real man.
Any real anime fans, I've probably just left the podcast after
Yeah, they're
those
probably
two
pissed.
statements.
Half the Patreon's alienated, according to the chat.
Hey, I
Yeah,
also
look-
read Attack on Titan on Wikipedia.
You love
Oh.
reading anime, don't you? Saves
Yeah,
watching.
I like getting the gist of it because I feel left out. But it's so much quicker to read it on Wikipedia, read the plot of all the episodes.
Anime always starts good, it just slowly gets worse.
Yeah, well, I saw the first part of Attack on Titan,
That's good, isn't it?
and then it probably gets worse.
I love the start of Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Chomp.
Same with Death Note. Anyway, what are we talking about?
I think this guy is a bad donkey.
Bad donkey.
Yeah, I think it needed to be more. You can't just say something and like impose it on
You
someone.
need to be a little bit more finesse.
Yeah.
To be fair, though,
You got to make them think what you're thinking. You know.
Oh, someone
Oh, and
replied
then-
to them.
and then they broke up. What if they didn't break up, though? What about the reality where she was the one and you just like lost that friendship because you said
Well,
it
they
in
broke
that
up,
way?
so.
No, I'm saying that like,
Oh.
but like, would he be posting that if they didn't break up? Because this guy thinks that he's like, yeah, I was right. But you don't always know from the outside looking in what like a relationship is like, you know?
True.
Maybe he was really trying to work on her. What if she had Tourette's? She was like saying slurs and she was really self-conscious about it, didn't bring it up. You can't see inside their relationship. You don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the case, but what if they ended up getting really happily married and then he would feel bad?
He would feel bad.
I just think if you're trying to convince someone of something, like I can't just be like, Jackson, that hat sucks.
Yeah.
Don't wear hats again.
Yeah, never
Well,
wear
that
this
feels
hat.
out of the
Never
blue,
wear
man.
this hat. It's just like you got to be like you got to make them.
You go, why do you wear hats?
hats? Have
Why
you thought
you
about?
gotta talk really high.
Yeah.
Why do you wear hats?
Jackson, you're not wearing hats anymore.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
see,
do
like, you
that.
can't-
You
Bad
can't do
dog.
that. You can't
And
do that.
Cool cat, go.
Cool cat.
Yeah.
Jackson, why
Nah.
do you wear a hat?
Oh, because saves me doing my hair in the morning.
Well, do you know that it creates an environmental ecosystem of nits underneath?
Well, not on my head.
Well,
So the trick is to keep getting more and more high pitched.
Yeah. You keep getting higher, and you keep just. You just keep questioning, like a therapist. That's what they do, right? They just question all the
Yeah,
time.
they go, well, okay, why do you think that?
Yeah, they
I think
never say like, "You fucking idiot."
I think the best thing you can do is just like honestly give them your advice. You say like, look, that seems like, you know, like a red flag to me. Like, I don't know how
you
your
can give me
relationship
your
is,
side
but like,
your advice.
yeah, from the outside, like that doesn't look very good.
Yeah, you can say, "My opinion is
Yeah.
blank. You will not get married."
You will never.
All right, should we move on?
Next thing.
One more, shall we? We might not have one more. Just talk amongst yourselves.
CSM is
no,
good.
we have one more.
CSM.
The last 10 times Jackson wore hats, he got lice. Then maybe that'd be good advice. Ooh.
That hasn't happened.
Did you guys ever have lice as kids?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
me
but you
too.
still then just say like, Jackson, stop wearing hats. You keep getting lice. Or like, Jackson, you should stop wearing hats. But
Why
it's
do
not
you
like,
keep
Jackson,
wearing-
you can't wear hats.
Yeah, it should be like, why do you keep wearing hats if you get lice?
Yeah.
Yeah, even if
Question
you
them.
you can even say it in like a more direct way. You can say like Leon, you do this every time. You get too attached and like, you know, like just slow it down.
She
for a
always loves slurs.
I reckon you secretly like the slurs.
Yeah, I think maybe that's his turn on.
bit.
All right. Here we go, Jordan. This one's for you.
For a cool cat.
Yeah.
All right.
Am I the... What are we doing?
Am I the cool cat?
Cool puss.
Am I the cool puss or the bad donkey? Badass, whatever. For using my roommate's ant infestation to my advantage.
Ooh.
I'm a 24-year-old
this
male,
going?
and I share an apartment with a messy roommate, 25-year-old male, who had an ant infestation. Instead of telling him, I secretly started leaving sugary snacks on his side of the kitchen to attract the ants,
started growing stronger.
hoping he'd clean up his act. He finally noticed and confronted me.
Wait, finally noticed the ants
He was,
or finally
he was
noticed the
leaving
sugar?
sugary snacks
Yeah.
on his side of the kitchen.
What?
You can't.
Am I the
Arsehole.
asshole for not being upfront about the issue? Also
What
thought
do
it
you
was kind of
mean?
funny and interesting. I don't know if he did or the person that wrote it or the roommate.
You're like,
Someone.
my roommate's so messy. Anyway, any half-eaten donuts I just leave on his
Side
side
of the
now because
kitchen.
he was messy. It's like this guy could be eating 3/4 of a Mars bar and just being
no
like,
sense.
oh, let's leave the last bit on.
Yeah, you're the asshole. Yeah.
I've designated two sides and I put all my rubbish on his side because
Yeah.
he's messy. It turns out it's probably all his mess
That's so funny.
Someone's
Yeah,
saying it's
he-
made up. Now, I don't think it's made up because his side of the kitchen is such a thing you start doing when you have a
Oh,
messy
yeah.
roommate.
Yeah, I haven't ever had this.
Yeah.
We didn't do that when we lived together,
Nah.
actually.
But like, it just seems like the kind of thing where no one talks to each other and you're like, that's it. This is my side of the kitchen and this is your side.
It's one of the things you come home and there's a like long black
Yeah.
duct tape like separating the two halves.
And you're like, I don't get to use the sink. It's like, no.
That's such a sitcom moment. And
Yeah.
then just like sawed the fridge in half.
Yeah. You both get two mini fridges or something.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I think we're
funny.
unanimously bad dog. Bad.
Yeah.
You know what? I was expecting, and this would have been the better play. You start an ant farm and like leave your sugary snacks in the ant farm, collect his ants, then you're using it to your advantage because you have a lit ant farm.
Do you need a queen for an ant farm?
Oh.
Yeah.
Leave a really big sugary snack. She'll come.
She'll come. Don't they
How
never
do
move
ants
as well?
work? I don't know how ants work.
No,
You-
just
Jordan
eventually,
knows.
like if a queen dies, then they just make a new, like they just know, and then the queen gets spawned again or something.
You know what? You could
It's fucked.
leave a Dairy Queen. The ants would come.
Dairy queen.
Ice cream. It's an American.
Oh.
ice
Oh,
cream.
American joke. Nice.
You guys got to be more
We didn't
cultured.
get that, but they got that.
Yeah, you don't know Shrek quotes. You don't know Dairy Queen.
No, I know Shrek boats.
Dairy Queen, they flip the ice
Hold on,
cream.
he's doing a Shrek quote.
Yep.
Not the gumdrop buttons.
That's good.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the thing, and then he's
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
eaten.
Pretty niche one.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
niche, but medium niche.
What's another one? See if I got one more.
Sorry, we'll come back to this. We've got the Shrek quote
Quit
machine.
while you're
going.
ahead.
I should have. I'm
Let's hear
trying
the
to think.
second one.
He gets giant. He gets really big.
Also another Gingy.
Yeah.
His favorite character,
George.
apparently.
No, I don't know.
That's probably a quote.
Be good. That's a big gingerbread man quote. By the way, it's not Gingy getting big, Jordan. They bake a new massive gingerbread man. They're different characters.
Oh, yeah,
his name is,
they
I believe
are.
it's Gumbo or Mumbo or
I think it's Gumbo. Oh,
I went for
we
Mumbo.
split the room.
Gumby.
Could be Gumby.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Zach, I don't know if you remember, but you said you were going to write a.
No.
What's the deal with?
No.
Do you remember what the topic was?
IKEA.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything.
Did you write it?
So for first-time listeners of the podcast, we have a weekly segment. What's the deal with blank?
Which
Don't know why it's weekly.
It's quickly becoming Zach promising to do it next week.
We did it
forgetting.
once and then we just,
So it's like a, Seinfeld. What's the deal with airplane food?
Yeah.
We'll do a stand-up comedy bit, which we're meant to have prepared, and I haven't.
Should I do a bit of emceeing while you get ready?
Oh, fuck.
please.
I'm never going to be ready. I do have opinions about IKEA, though, so I might just rant about IKEA.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Hey, what's up, everyone? We got one person in the crowd this week.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
Oh, not much.
Shit. What you do for work, boy?
I'm working on laundromat.
Laundromat?
Yeah.
What job do you do there?
I just buy the washing machines.
So you own a laundromat, is that what you meant to say?
Yep.
So you work there or you own it? Saying to
Well, sometimes I work there when they break.
All right, here's Zach.
You guys ever been to IKEA?
Yep.
What do you guys think of IKEA? I'm
It's
not
Are
even
you
gonna
doing crowd work? Or
I'm
are
not
you...
even going to try to make this a stand-up, but I don't like IKEA. Because
Why?
every time you go there, it's got to be a minimum half an hour to an hour you spend in IKEA.
True.
There's no short trips to IKEA. Like sometimes you can go to the shops. You know how you go in for milk. Sometimes you end up getting a few more items. IKEA is just so much worse for that because it's designed like a fucking maze. So you got to go through every single room of the house like 40 times. And then you go with your partner. That's just adding an extra half an hour. Stop and look at things.
Adding an extra negative.
No.
Stupid bitch.
No, but you don't want to go to IKEA by yourself. What kind of sad... No, it's not that sad, but...
It's sort of sad.
No,
I
but
guess.
if you are in a relationship, you don't go to IKEA by yourself. Because it's a fucking mission. You got to set aside like a Sunday to go to IKEA. You can't just drop in
Yeah.
for a quick thing. Also, IKEA food fucking sucks.
Okay.
I've
You can order from IKEA, can't you?
put the microphone down, Jordan.
Sorry.
Donkey's talking.
Let the man talk.
Yeah, food from IKEA. So, like the classic meatballs. Me and Maddie, we went to IKEA. She said like, oh, I'm looking forward to having the IKEA meatballs. I've never had them before. And I was sort of hyping them up like, what? You haven't had the IKEA meatballs? It's a fucking classic. Like, I remember coming home on days off school. Didn't get the meatballs. They were too expensive. But we used to get the $1.50 hot dogs. They were pretty good. Yeah, that's actually a life hack, guys. Head
I
past
always say if I'm homeless, I'm living out the front of IKEA.
Yeah. Fun fact, I got IKEA hot dogs for $1.50 so often on the way home from school that one of my birthdays, my grandma gave me a $50 voucher to IKEA and I didn't buy furniture. Like, she
mate.
got it for me because she knew I got so many hot dogs from IKEA. So anyway, the food in the meatball cafe fucking sucks. We spent like $15 on a plate of meatballs, mash, and peas, and it probably cost them 30 cents for the entire thing. The meatballs were dry, they were small, and I know a thing or two about small balls because I am below average. And these were small little meatballs. Small balls. Yeah, they were small and they sucked. They tasted like shit. Anyway, the other thing I don't like about IKEA is like, how you can't like get anything off the shelf. You got to go through the storeroom and that's another fucking maze. It's just designed to keep you in there for as long as possible. And usually I only want like one thing and I never even get that one thing because it's out of stock. Yeah, that's my IKEA rant.
Woo! So you could like go on the website and then just see if they have it and then order it.
Yeah, on the other hand, IKEA is fucking lit. That's why I keep going.
Yeah.
Like it's cheap as shit and the furniture's stylish and it's good and it's...
Lot to unpack with all of this. I want to start with...
IKEA... Oh, and the other thing is Maddie gets really stressed in IKEA. And I don't blame her because if you go on a busy day... which you...
Like a
Like I said,
weekday.
you sort of got to put aside some time for it.
Yeah.
So you usually go on the weekend and
I always
there's
like
so
turning up
many
the music.
people. Yeah.
Turning up the music.
Yeah, and they have music and you put on hip hop and blast it.
Oh, like on speaker systems?
Yeah, they always have speakers.
Oh, and you can connect to them.
No,
See,
they've gotta
these
go
are the
on.
kind of annoying fucks that I don't want to deal with when I'm just trying to get one thing from IKEA. There's people blasting music as I go past. There's all these people talking and playing like lightsaber duels with spatulas in the home goods section.
That is a good part, though. I like that part. You walk around, oh, look at them spatula boys.
Yeah.
So you said, I always say, and I've never heard you say this, that if I'm homeless, I'm living at the front of IKEA.
Oh, good call.
To Holly.
To Holly, right?
Yeah.
What? Because it's cheap.
So cheap.
Yeah.
Anything wrong with that?
No, I've just never heard you say that.
Yeah.
Ironic
perfect.
because
It's so cheap.
like it's a furniture store and you wouldn't really have anywhere to
Or you can go lie down.
put
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Go for a snooze.
Oh, true.
Get some of the what do they surely chuck some stuff out the back, you know? Like, oh, this bed's done.
How long do you think it takes people to close shop at IKEA? I'm going to say 1.5 hours.
Or like when do they close the doors and then get everyone out?
Yeah, like I used to work at a grocery store. Jackson works there now. They leave half an hour to close the store, which is, you know, like you count the tills, you get everyone out of the store, it's fine. There's people that play like hide and seek and shit overnight in IKEA, so they'd have to have a real good look.
Oh, just leave them. You wouldn't
Well, then
care.
you're not a very good seeker. It's part of the fun.
No. I
They
mean,
close
the people
shop
who work
and then they
there.
start counting to 100. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, the people who work there. Look, I've never worked. I imagine. Would you not just because you get? That's the thing that's different between YouTube and work is apparently you just get paid like by the hour, right?
Apparently.
So I feel
What a concept,
like I
eh?
would just be as lazy as possible
Yeah.
and like not do anything,
They might not want to give you shifts in that case.
but secretly. Like about, oh, you're locking up, and you just shut it. You
Or
wouldn't
you're just
check
like
anything.
jingling keys in the corner. I'm locking up.
Jordan, we don't need you to test the mattresses again. He's like just having a sleep.
Like, sure, if you're locking up, you wouldn't check IKEA. You just lock it. But if someone's stuck,
Well,
good
then they'd probably
riddance.
be upset with you.
Oh, I checked. I just couldn't see him.
I'm more mean for the customers that aren't trying to play hide and seek, but also like you'd have to search the whole store to get them out.
Yeah, that'd be cooked.
Someone
A
probably
little kid
job
stuck.
it like when they close is to start going from the back entrance, like the way through and sweep through, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or maybe they just
Oh, they have
you
a
could go
detection
through and just
system.
yell something really intimidating.
You fuckers.
Oh, I was thinking like if anyone doesn't leave right now,
What,
I'm
like with a
gonna-
scary, like with a donkey costume.
I'm gonna tickle you.
That is
Something
scary.
like that, yeah.
True. Or do they have a system? It's like alarm system if someone's moving.
Oh, probably.
What about this?
Can be easier.
Someone walks in, big muscly guy. Imagine The Rock, but twice the size. And he's got a
Bloody
cricket.
hell. He's the biggest person ever.
Yeah,
He's
right.
got, he's got a cricket bat.
Yep.
If you're American, he's got a baseball bat,
Yep.
and
What's he saying?
he's saying, "Come out and play," and then he just walks past all the beds and just smacks them, like
With
just
a baseball
I
bat.
feel like
Yeah,
this
just
would
smacks them.
increase people hiding. If they're already stuck and you see that, you wouldn't want to come out.
No, but he smacks the bed, and he sort of like moves through in order. He gets lost as well. He doesn't even know the layout, and he's been working there for 5 years.
What is going on? So the biggest person that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walks through IKEA, start to finish, and smacks all the hiding places. Rips it apart. It'd probably only cost
What
them...
does this solve? What are we doing?
Because like if people are hiding in like wardrobes or under the sheets, he just smacks the sheets and you don't want to get caught there.
Right, he's like breaking all the furniture
Yeah.
in the IKEA store. But
No.
if
Yeah,
Right.
probably
if that
cost them like
stops-
$100 to replace all the display furniture.
let alone pay his salary, wages, find the biggest guy in the world. That search is expensive. But it's worth it if there's no one hide and seeking in IKEA.
Well, you can't have the biggest guy in the world at every IKEA. It's just a very large man.
Right. He do like a world tour or he
Well,
just
have
works
you
at
ever
one-
seen someone twice the size of The Rock?
No, God,
yeah, it's
no.
because they work overnight. You never see them during the day.
Oh,
They
that
all
makes
work at
sense.
IKEA.
Yeah, makes
They've
sense.
locked down like the 50 largest men in the world.
Who's that actor that is massive?
Shaq.
No.
Oh, you mean
The guy that's in
Gregor
the-
Clegane from Game of Thrones? That actor.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but
But it's that guy, I think.
probably. He's like literally enormous.
Oh, I used to know his
He's
name.
not twice the size of The Rock, but
I nearly said
I would not
Magnus
know.
Carlson.
The
I think his
Mountain.
first name's Magnus.
yeah, that's
Surname
right.
not Carlson.
I wouldn't know.
Jarlson. All right, let's go on to question of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, hold on.
That was not it.
That was
Oh,
wow.
hold on.
No, that's fart.
Nope.
Wait, what? Where's the part one question of the week? It's the
Yeah.
Pommit One question of the week.
Do you reckon that the Dalai Lama just doesn't really talk? Or
What?
Jesus?
Well, I've never seen
Sorry,
a llama
sorry.
talk, but I've seen a donkey talk.
Say or Jesus at the
Or
end.
Jesus?
You can't
So
just tag
Jesus-
that on.
What do you mean? So Jesus or the Dalai Lama doesn't talk?
Because, like, what are you talking about at that point?
You can't tack on or Jesus.
Which one are you
Hey
going
guys, do you reckon I'm a better person than Hitler or Jesus?
Like, okay, here's the thing, right? You're the Dalai Lama
with? Right. Not Jesus is out.
for now.
No, I'm the Dalai donkey.
Okay. All right. So I'm the Dalai Lama. Okay. Yep.
Okay. And then, like, actually, take it back. You're you. You're talking
Oh, I can do that.
to me about something. What are you talking about?
Boxing, apparently.
This doesn't make sense.
Okay, we're talking about world peace.
What do you mean? You got 1 second
just
into
saying
trying to set up this. You're talking to me about boxing, okay? Oh, I'm lost. It's your
I
question.
hadn't thought about that
Okay,
point.
what
That's
do you
a
wanna
good
talk
point.
about?
That's
What
a
do you
good
wanna talk
point.
about?
No, I was just thinking, like, you're the Dalai.
What's a good point?
Like, boxing. Maybe he talks about boxing. But, like, you're the Dalai Lama. And you're like, what is there left to talk about?
What do you think? He's talked about everything.
Or he doesn't need to talk.
What?
He's over it.
What does he do again?
I don't know. He
He's
gets,
like enlightened, right?
oh no, when they, I think it's like a religious thing when they choose who represents a religion when they're born or something.
I'm sure he just talks about like everyday stuff.
That's what I mean. But what? Nah, he doesn't talk.
I saw him meet
There's-
the cricket teams.
I bet he always just
India.
like people always ask him something and then he like explains, but he's never like, oh, how did you do that?
Do you reckon people,
You know?
but people wouldn't ask him basic questions because they would say they're really hard hitting ones for him.
But what's he asking?
But
you
sure,
know?
like if I went up to him and said like, "What's better, crunchy peanut butter or smooth?" Like, would he answer? Because if he does, he's kind of he's the decider for that whole religion.
That's what I mean. I don't think he would answer.
I reckon he would pretend he didn't understand.
Well, he
you.
would say crunchy because obviously.
He'd just be like, up to you.
Yeah, he'd say, "What do you think?"
Yeah,
We
I
all
feel like he wouldn't
three guys
talk.
that have no idea about the Dalai Lama discussing.
Oh, like a politician.
Yeah.
So like he always answers questions with another question.
Yeah,
Or like,
dances
okay, let's
around
move
it.
on to Jesus then. Jesus in
it.
here.
Dalai
Yeah,
Lama,
alright.
tick that
Jesus is in here. He's talking.
off. Yeah.
I
Are we doing
feel
Muhammad
like-
next or?
Yeah.
Same person, right?
I feel like Jesus is just explaining. You know?
Yeah, we'll cover them both at once.
I feel like Jesus is just probably explaining. People ask him something, he explains.
But he doesn't know everything.
But he probably just would.
Yeah, but it's not like every time you talk to someone, you're asking them a really like hard hitting question.
But I feel like
What if
Jesus.
it's like, "Hey Jesus, how was your day?" "Yeah, pretty good. Caught a lot of fish."
Is Jesus like, does he ask me how my day was, or he already knows?
That's what I'm saying. I
He's
don't
really
think he
nice,
would.
so he would probably be more interested in you. And then people love talking about themselves, so no one's actually asked Jesus anything.
This feels existential, this question, but I don't know why.
Nah,
It's just like, I
it
feel
feels
like
like
they
a
just know
Jordan.
everything, so they're just not going to talk.
What do you mean?
Like, they just know it all.
No,
If you knew everything in the world, you wouldn't talk?
That's what I'm saying.
no, Jordan. If
I
you
would still like be like, oh, how are you doing today? Even if I knew everything. I don't know how your day is, I'm guessing, or
So
do
they're
I?
probably just, maybe they're just more thinking of others.
yeah, I think it's like outward. Like he would be
Hmm.
asking and talking to you about what you want to talk about. Maybe
Wow.
providing some wisdom. Maybe asking some questions about your life.
So that's what it's all about.
Jesus might not like, oh, have you seen Shrek 2, Jesus? He's like, what is that? Or does he know what Shrek 2 is?
No, he
Jesus
probably
has
hasn't
obviously
seen it. He
seen
probably-
Shrek 2.
Well,
he
he
probably
would be
made
dead.
it.
He's
It's a
been
gift
dead
from
for
God.
He died twice.
And so you reckon he's been dead for whatever it is, 2,000 years, and he's not semi-curious about what an iPhone is or what any of this in this room is?
Wait, you think he's
We'll
still
go back
alive?
to the
Is that- I
Dalai.
guess
To
that's-
the Dalai.
Oh, he's just switching it as he pleases. It's
We'll go
very
back
hard
to the,
to...
okay. You say Dalai got the new iPhone. He probably thinks, don't give a shit. Do you reckon?
all right.
Does anyone in the chat know what the Dalai Lama
He's
would
like, yeah,
say?
I've been loving the Underdogs podcast TikTok.
Yeah.
Or does he just not give a shit about anything?
What do you mean? Like he doesn't...
You're like, Dalai Lama, look, I got a new shirt.
All right, let's do a TikTok about
Don't
it.
give a shit.
Jordan,
I'm the
ask,
Dalai
does
Lama.
the Dalai Lama...
Yeah.
Boo! Do you guys reckon the Dalai Lama has an iPhone? What do you think, Jordan?
Nah.
Why not?
Because he probably doesn't care. He's probably just chilling.
Well, he's got to text some people, doesn't he?
Nah, he probably has someone
Who
who...
organizes... He goes to so many meetings. You
He's
think
on
someone-
Someone
WhatsApp.
probably tells him. Probably tells him.
We
Yeah,
specifically
and how do they message him?
No, they in his ear. Shh. Dalai Lama, you got to go here. And he'll be like, okay.
Oh, don't think that was a very good TikTok, but
And that's why I was wondering.
oh, that's what you get when you try to force a TikTok out of Jordan's question
Yeah, maybe
of
they're
the
more
week.
focused on others. Maybe that's the answer.
What are you reading chat to try and get the?
Did they say that?
No,
No,
they
no,
didn't say
We
that.
already answered that.
Yeah, very good.
What if Jesus heard about the depression meter?
I reckon he'd be on board.
I think Jesus would have a few fucking questions for you, if I'm honest.
I'd have a few for him as
Yeah,
well.
He'll be
I'm
turning
sure.
a lot of water into wine.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good, actually. Get him here for that. I'd be asking him, how do you do that?
Why did he do that?
I don't reckon people go to
Dunno.
They're
Jesus
into
to ask
alcohol,
him
aren't they,
like
Christians?
oh, what's the meaning of life, or like, oh, what's the
I
meaning
reckon
of
they
the
did.
world?
What do you mean?
No, I reckon they go to him and say like, hey, Jesus, another pint, please.
Yeah.
Another full glass of wine, please.
Do you do white wine, Jesus?
I got you some water from the stream. Can I get a sweet one this time? Last one was a bit dry for me, Jesus.
I can't believe we have...
People love drinking.
They do.
I mean, they love Jesus,
Christians,
of
yeah.
course, but they love drinking.
Do you think people as a species like God or drinking more?
Drinking. Well, oh, wait, do you mean any God?
Like the average person
Or do you mean Christian?
throughout the whole
Average
world?
human in the world.
Whatever their God is.
I'm going to say God.
I'm going to say God. All the Muslims don't,
Yeah,
drink.
don't drink.
They're already cut
So
out.
they drinking's 0 for them, God's about 100.
All the Buddhists, probably, I don't think they drink.
But there's a lot of atheists. But not as many as
Guys,
there probably is
But do
religious
they
people.
like alcohol? Because I feel like a lot of people who like alcohol get to the point where they don't like alcohol. And they're like, hang on,
Is that what happens with
Muhammad
God?
was up to something here.
Can I know my stand-up IKEA was a bit ranty, but I got a joke here. Guys, I'm workshopping for my next stand-up about Jesus.
Sorry. Go on.
So, if Jesus was around today, he wouldn't be allowed to drive.
Why
You
is
guys
that?
know why that is?
Why is that?
His blood alcohol level is pretty high. It's made of wine. You know, they say drinking the wine is Jesus' blood.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Isn't crackers his
Yeah, crackers
skin?
is, no, it's the flesh.
It's his foreskin. Hey, Jordan, what's going on with Smash Tournaments? Like, I don't really understand what's going on with Smash Tournaments.
Well, it's all going to shit.
Right.
Again, even more so than before, and it keeps going. Nintendo, do you actually know nothing about this? Nintendo released a statement of a set of rules for what Smash tournaments have to abide by from now on. Some of them being tournaments must have no more than... This is unless you go through them and get a license. Tournaments must be more than 200 or 300 people.
200 in person,
200,
300
yeah.
online.
200 people. Tournaments must not have any sponsors
Oh.
or make money from sponsors or be profitable.
Wait,
Those
so you can't have sponsors full stop even if they're giving you like Red Bull or something?
yeah.
Right.
So that's 2 of the rules just to start things off.
Strong 2. Let's finish with a good 3.
That's a strong 2. Can you remember them, Zach, off the top of your head? Have you seen them? I can't remember them all.
Well, one of them, which I feel like they've been doing for a while, is no mods. So pretty much any melee tournament can't use Slippy.
Oh,
that's a big
yes. No.
Especially, I know Hungrybox was talking about it. Like, even if he gets a license, he can't run Coinbox Melee.
No, because you
online
can't play
because you
Melee
can't-
online normally, so now
Yeah.
it's just illegal.
Yep. Good work, Nintendo. Oh, we don't have the lights on behind us. Huh. There's the blue lights that are usually behind us.
yeah.
Fuck!
Fuck, Nintendo's got us.
Nintendo
They're turning off
taking
the
us out.
power.
Why are they off?
Nintendo.
Oh, right.
Not my problem.
Well, of course not.
Yeah, I set up the podcast the same every week. It's not my fault Nintendo's trying to cancel
Oh,
us.
yeah, the prizing for any tournament over a 12-month period.
Sorry, the
can-
prizing.
Yeah, the amount of prize money
Mm.
Can't be more
not
than
be over
5
10 grand for a year
So you can only... Oh, wow. So you can't win more than like $1,000 a month.
overall. Yeah, well, less than that.
For like each series, though.
For each like TLO, like who has a tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you couldn't earn more than $12,000 in a year from,
No,
like,
no,
let's say, big
No,
Win
a
Smash
tournament
tournaments.
can't.
No, they can't
A tournament
police what
can't
you
give out that much money.
For instance,
What about weeklies?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So they can't give out more than $10,000
Over
total.
the year, yeah.
Shit.
It's some weird rules. It's some weird. You can see why people are up in arms.
They're not happy, eh?
Noticed. I have it here. Let me go. You guys can talk amongst yourselves.
Wait, if that's a weekly, that's not much per week.
yeah.
At all.
Well, yeah.
What's that? $200 a week.
My workaround: name the weekly something different every week. And
Yeah, there's a lot of
if you need
workarounds.
ideas for puns for tournament names, I have a lot in my back
Yeah, that was
pocket.
another one. You can't call your tournament. You can't have anything to do with Nintendo in the title, including Smash Bros. You can't call your tournament. You can't have any reference
Well, not many do.
to Nintendo.
Like the big house, let's make
yeah,
moves,
yeah,
CEO.
yeah. But it's just a funny one. People are making fun of like, can't wait to go to
Wait,
Super Smash Con, which is now just called Con.
Oh yeah, you can't. Surely you can say super.
You would think
they don't
so,
copyright
yeah.
fucking super. Nintendo's sending a cease and desist to Superman.
No Melee tournaments, people are saying.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, so no Melee tournaments can really exist.
Man, Nintendo, I swear to God, they just make the best fucking games, but they got no idea how to run a business.
Do they? I played Super Mario last week, and if you're on board with that, well, like it's good for kids, but I reckon that's
What
shit.
game you reckon sucks?
Super Mario Wonder.
You reckon it sucks?
Yeah.
Looks pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I think it's just not for
All
me.
we play every
honestly,
week is
so don't-
Nintendo.
Yeah, but I like the other games, but it's like Super
Yeah, so
Mario
that
Wonder
makes
is
for
just
good
not
ones.
my
That's
kind
what-
of game.
that's
So
what I'm
don't,
saying.
don't take that one to heart, guys.
Well, like that's what I mean. I think they make the best games, for me at least, by miles. And
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think any other
Minecraft
company's
is good,
putting
though.
out. Well, yeah, that's
you know
literally
what?
the only
The
one.
reason I don't think so myself is because I am a massive fan of multiplayer games and online like multiplayer games too.
Sure.
Like Smash is a good in-person multiplayer. Mario Kart,
Wait,
good.
you ain't played Splatoon?
Yeah.
Mario
Whenever
Kart Online's good.
Nintendo tries to do like an online multiplayer,
Yes.
like
Mario
Smash
Kart sort of
Smash fucking barely scrapes the bottom of the barrel with the connection and stuff. Mario Kart's good, but I prefer it in person. But things like Fall Guys, Team Fortress 2, Overwatch, those are the games that I've really sunk
Yeah,
my
but that's
teeth into.
3 different people making those games, I think.
Yeah, none of them are Nintendo.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like Nintendo has the same amount of games you would like as everyone else combined, I reckon.
Yeah. But Splatoon does suck.
Yeah, I know that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Man, Splatoon fans are up in fucking arms.
I like
Oh,
Splatoon.
another terrible game, Arms.
Yeah, I mean, they're not
Ooh.
all hits.
But what else do you play?
Not so much anymore.
Exactly.
Smash.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think they've got you.
Smash just... No, I think Nintendo's fantastic, but Smash and Mario Kart are carrying hard for me.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get a better racing game. You can't get a better fighting game.
I mean, that's 2 pretty
They
big
got those
categories locked
down.
up.
I think you can easily get a better platform game than Mario, though.
No, I don't think so.
Are we not sick of this shit? Stomping on Goombas? Oh, God.
We only played level 1 though. I think that's the issue.
We played like 8 levels and I'm
no,
not
world
hooked
one,
in the
world one,
slightest.
world one. Once
I've-
it gets more challenging,
I haven't really
reckon.
played it.
But yeah, those were the big ones. There's a lot of rules, but yeah, people
Oh.
are pissed.
And the other Nintendo game I really like,
Rightfully so.
going off the deep end, Pokemon. Kind of sucks now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Agree.
Very sad.
Hard agree
They
on
could
that one.
they could very see, like you say, make the best games. How easy would it be to make Pokemon great? I think pretty easy.
They don't actually make that, though.
Oh yeah,
Aha.
Whoa.
Game Freak.
Freaky games. All right, well, that's Smash Tournament update. So, look, are you happy about it, Jordan?
No, there's literally nothing to be happy about.
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
like the best you could do is be like, well, it's not so bad because of this reason.
So, what are they going to do if you do run a tournament?
I don't know.
Like, what? They can't sue you for that, can they?
I think that's the plan.
They can.
Because it's like they own the game technically.
They can cease and desist if you call your thing Smash.
So we'll see what happens in the future. When's it coming into effect, guys? Something
Oh
is November.
shit! Little Z's Big Smash Bash. No.
Little Z's big
Bash.
Big bash. Little C's
big bash bash.
What about Big Bad Bash?
Big bad bash.
I was
And what
thinking
game
of-
are you playing
I was
then?
thinking of doing another Little Z's Big Smash Bash. Trying to get over 200 people just to spite them. I got one last
I
idea.
ran an illegal tournament. Underground.
Okay, here's what I wrote. There's no Peter this week, so get your questions in that are best asked to Zack, Jackson, and Jordan, but in capitals, not Peter. Do you think there will be a chance that Peter would change his mind over the water argument? Can I drink at least 3 litres a day, and I can say that water is so helpful to me. I feel like it's almost like sleeping when you are sick. It just makes overall life better in almost every way, and I can say with almost 100% certainty that he is wrong.
Yeah, I feel like he'll change his mind on that one day.
I think Peter might know he's at least a bit wrong with that one.
I think it's just like I think it's like when you both agree on something, but you're both arguing different points. Does that make sense? Like his argument is like, you're not going to die if you just don't drink much water. Yeah. Like humans live off land, no water, and
No,
it's
but the
fine.
argument is also that your body is very good at adapting to lots of situations.
Yeah.
So I am notoriously dehydrated.
Yep.
Very notorious for being dehydrated, but that means that my body will like squeeze more out of the water that I do drink.
Yeah.
But now I've started drinking more water. At first my bladder like wasn't adapted to it, so I was like peeing too much, but then like you get used to that. And then I've had days where like I don't drink any water after being hydrated, and then it's different, you know? Because then your body's used to having lots of water, and then it goes into panic mode. It's like, oh shit, we've been pissing too much. Now we don't have anything to draw from.
True.
Yep. That is true. So it's like he's got a point, but yeah. I think he agrees with that point
overall,
as well.
you can't deny that having like an excess of water, you know, it's just, you got to keep yourself, if you topped up to the max, you're never going to be deficient.
Exactly.
Which I think is this person's point. So both kind of right.
Well, thank you.
I'm the science guy this week.
Whoa.
Now we don't have Peter. Look at me.
Thank you, Googie. Right, final SB.
Far more reasonable than Peter. I like this science guy.
I actually know a lot about science, but I feel like Peter is just more confident.
Yeah.
He usually knows the like universe and animal questions. I'm very much the human body.
Nice. What are you, Jackson?
Sports. Nice. No, I don't know. Nothing.
I'm fucking big into my nutrition lately.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Give us one quick nutrition tip.
Eat more protein. Every single person on the planet should just eat
More
so much
protein.
protein.
That's a good tip.
It is good for losing fat. Keeps you full. It's good for building muscle. Yeah. Although, one other tip I've got, do not have a 500 ml milk and 2 scoops of protein powder
Before volleyball?
protein shake before volleyball. Yeah, that one
What
gave me a
happened?
bit of a tummy rumble.
Yes.
I love how all of the nutrition just comes down to like eat meat and vegetables.
Yeah. It's actually really simple, isn't it?
Or in my case, just meat.
Never vegetables.
Right.
I've been, yeah.
No, you're right. Final SB asks a couple of questions. Zack and Jordan, I'm planning to propose to my girlfriend of 2 years when we go on holiday to Norway.
Whoa.
Do you have any advice on it? Fuck it up. It's such a big thing and I don't want to ruin it.
Well, let's hope she doesn't listen to the podcast.
That would be fucking it up.
Jesus, yeah. Be careful
can
who
you
you are.
bleep the name of who's that?
Well,
then again, honey, we're going to Norway. And they're both listening to the Underdogs pod.
Oh my gosh.
Advice on not fucking it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, no offense, Jordan, you didn't have long to fuck it up.
Exactly. That's
You're
what
a
that
very
was my
decisive.
tactic. Yeah, I think he's
That
going to
your
learn more
advice?
from you. No, because he's already got it's a trip thing, so it's more of a Zack situation.
Give us 3
Yeah.
quick tips. Zack's 3 quick tips for proposing on holiday.
Okay. Tip number 1. Put the ring in the safest spot of your bag that you will never forget it and she'll never find it.
Great
Like,
tip.
you need to just...
I'd just be scared of that. What if she's like, "Oh, let me make sure your bag's packed," or
That
like,
doesn't sound
"Oh, I've lost something in your bag." I
Well,
don't
it
know.
depends. Does she know
I'll
you're going to
find
Norway? You can make it a surprise holiday. Because for me, it's like she didn't pack my bag because, well, not that Maddie usually packs my bag, but she didn't even have the chance.
Yeah.
I would say pack the ring first. Then you can put it in the safest spot. She'll never find it.
Yep.
That's good. Number 2, plan what you're going to say. Because
Good.
I had a loose idea, and I think I pretty much had like a speech in my head, but it wasn't down to the word. And then you get fucking nervous, and she started crying straight away, and then I just forgot everything that I had
I
in
think
my
that's
head.
as soon as they start crying, you can just wrap up the speech there.
Yeah.
You've done it.
Scrunch it up. Woo!
But I will say, if you want to give a little short speech, rehearse it like it is a speech that you're giving at high school and everyone's about to make fun of you. You're the only kid in class whose voice hasn't broken, and you need to nail this speech or you're getting bullied, because that was me.
Yeah, practice it.
Yeah,
Recall it.
practice more.
Did you do that? No.
No.
Did you pack the ring? Couldn't really do that.
No, I
Okay,
had it in
so
my
you've
pocket.
none from 2 of
Um,
Zack's tips.
my last tip would be like on getting the ring. Like I had the ring in the back of my pants, and I just had to like keep my ass to the opposite side of
Yeah.
Maddie the whole hot air balloon ride. It depends.
And Maddie's always going after it as well. That's a tricky
Well, you need to.
situation. Zack's like, no, babe.
No bottom for you, Maddie.
I would just say, like, have a plan to get the ring from somewhere, whether it's just in your pocket. But I wanted to like open the box, like the classic,
whole
like
box.
you're on the knee with the
Respect.
box out. Yeah, Maddie's quite traditional, so I thought she'd appreciate that.
No box?
No, because I was like, it would be so obvious.
Oh, you said the ring.
How did you do that?
Yeah, so I had it in my backpack, and then I was like, oh, I'm just going to get like something from my camera out of my backpack. Luckily, she was enjoying the view from the hot air balloon, so she didn't look down.
Yeah,
But instead of getting like
I'll help you get it. You'd be like, fuck.
Instead of getting the camera out, I got the ring out, put it in my back pocket, and then that's where I kept my...
Oh, so it's like immediate
the
kind
other
of.
side, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
But you definitely need a plan of actually getting the box out, which I didn't think about till like the night before. Then I was like,
Ooh.
wait a minute. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
how am I going to do that? Because it's a big fucking box.
It is a big box. Yeah, I went no box.
Great. So he's none from 3 on Zack's tips,
No.
basically.
Yeah.
So my tips are the opposite. If you want my tips.
Next question for me. How do you stay so chill all the time? I find myself getting heated about such small things, so it'd be nice to know how to just chill out. Jordan, you're good at this as well. But I think just...
Do you ever get angry? Do you have a system?
Me?
Yeah.
Not really angry.
Just think about how you're going to die.
I get frustrated, but then just try and laugh
Always
at
a good one.
yourself. That's good.
Sorry, how? So,
Just feel like I'm going to just die.
right. So if like... So say like the other day I was having a pretty...
No. It should be like a constant...
Yeah.
Stream.
Yeah, constant.
So you're telling me the other day I was having a bad morning, and then to top it all off, shot glass fell out of the dishwasher and smashed everywhere, and I had to sweep up the glass.
Yeah.
So you're thinking it'd be better if instead of getting frustrated, the shot glass smashes, and I was like, I'm gonna die one day.
Yeah, it's just all content. Who cares?
As in, like, it doesn't matter because you're going to die, so just...
It's just all content. I don't know. That's just how I think. Like, let's
What
say
if
if
it's like
something...
pretend you're in a sitcom and there's a laugh track.
Let's say something... Like
That's
you,
a good one.
Like you drop something and it smashes.
Yeah.
That's not actually a bad thing, is it? It doesn't really matter.
Wait, drop something and it smashes?
Yep.
Like make the
Oh.
noise.
Oh, no.
Welcome
To the Underdogs podcast. Wrong thing, I
Oh
think.
shit.
Strap yourself.
All right.
Do it again. Do it again. Wait, I wasn't ready.
Oh, my. Nothing's happening, Zack.
Oh,
Yeah,
laugh.
just do that. Yeah.
See, now that's a
Oh,
funny moment.
boy.
Just think about everything as content. I know, this is Jackson's question. I know I might not be good at answering this.
Yeah, you really palmed that one off, didn't you?
Well, my advice is just like laugh at yourself. It's nothing's that
Okay, so
serious.
yeah,
it's
it's
So a
similar.
sitcom.
So,
Yeah.
similar.
I think if everyone had a laugh track in their mind, things would go a lot better.
Yeah,
Agree.
like if some, that's because I always laugh at stuff. And then it's just like, probably not always appropriate, but it's just like,
And you would
funny.
instantly know if you're like the asshole in a situation.
what do you mean?
Like you say something that like is meant to be really serious. You're like, you're not marrying that girl. And then a laugh track like,
yeah, because I
and then
would
people are
laugh
thinking
at
like,
that.
that's so ridiculous. It must have been
Yeah,
a joke.
yeah.
Takes the
Yeah,
edge off. And then the other
exactly.
guy's like, oh, he was probably joking. The first guy's like, why'd I just say that?
Yeah.
Let's holster that one. Let's take a step back. I'm
Yeah.
getting laughed at by the audience.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you have a fundamental idea of like, nothing is that bad and you'll just die anyway if it is bad. But like, you're not getting tortured and that. If you have that fundamental idea constantly, then like...
Like
you
your
drop-
life's not that bad.
You drop a glass and you're like, okay, and then I still live in this house in Australia and not getting, I don't know.
There's a lot of bad
bombed
situations
by-
going on in
Yeah,
the world.
yeah.
We're not any of
Yeah.
those.
You got to keep that fundamentals stuff somewhere.
Think about what you have. The last bit of the question is for Peter. Peter, you have a really cute laugh.
What?
And are definitely one
Wait,
of the...
I'm trying to think of Peter's laugh.
Me too.
What's the like? He does that sometimes, doesn't he?
Is that your impression?
I feel like, yeah, let's go around the room and do a Peter laugh.
Hang
That
on,
was
I can't
mine.
remember.
Okay.
That was good, I think.
So, like, what's something he would laugh at? So he calls you a fuck nugget, and then
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
no, he'll be like... he'll do that, right?
yeah, that's good. Oh, I like it. A bit
different.
of a honk at the end.
Who
Like,
was the
Hey,
closest? Who was the closest? I don't know.
Let us
We're
know in
gonna
the
have to
chat
have-
who was the closest.
keep that in mind. We'll have to get Peter to laugh next week. So that we can...
You have to. You can't
We'll
tell someone.
we'll play my IKEA
So
stand-up for
funny.
Peter, and we'll get a lot of footage of him
Oh,
laughing.
God, there'll be just so
yeah,
much.
there'll be so much.
Right.
We have
So
too
Peter has a
much-
really cute laugh and is one of the top 4 funniest underdogs.
Nice.
Bro,
It's
yeah.
great.
Love the podcast. It helps me get through the harder days and never fails to make me laugh.
Wow, thank you. Who was
Thanks,
that?
man.
Zach by far. People are saying yours was
Zach
the
by
best.
far
Oh,
was the
Jordan was
best.
the closest.
I don't think it was me, but I'll take it.
I don't know. Can't imagine
No, I
it.
can't imagine it either.
I did the knee slap. I feel like he always is a bit of a knee
He's a
slapper.
bit of a knee
Oh,
slapper.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a bit of a knee slapper.
Should we go one more?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one more.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a bit of a sad ending. Oh, fuck it. Someone asks, I hate to take it down a bit. Yep, you have. But it's been on my mind recently. Which celebrity death would have the biggest influence on you? Matthew Perry just passed away a couple of days ago on my birthday, and he was one of my favourite comedy actors. And Friends is one of my favourite shows. R.I.P. Matt.
For me personally, the Matthew Perry didn't hit very hard. No
No need to say that.